Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Give me just a minute to get back into the game and we'll get things running. Alright, there we go. Okay, so last time we had gotten. Oops, I'm falling over everything here. We had gotten the ability to, I believe, where was it? Gold power, right? No, we had gotten the tier that will give gold power. So, um, this will be our next goal. All right, and trying to remember what all we were doing here. So this was making smart plating, which we don't need for this next bit. So I believe I can take that offline. And I can go ahead and hook things back up the way they were. So I can put this back up here somewhere. There we are. All right. We need more cable. And go ahead and make some of that. There we are. Okay. Kind of fumbling the buttons here as I get started just because it's been a week. And goes up there. That should connect all of that. And then it also went over this way somewhere right there. All right. That'll get the production lines all running up again. Don't need this until I need to start making 500 smart plates. Or maybe for another one of the things. We'll see. Cables. We're working for coal power now. See how much we have left here. Just burning through 72 of that. Okay. So that'll last a little bit. And we'll just head over here, grab some wire, I believe, is what we're making over here. Yeah. So we'll just grab a bit of that. And while I'm out and about, I might as well grab some other things. Probably gonna need those. Oh, right. Since I'm not running this anymore, I should grab... Oh, I already have. I was gonna say I should grab the upgrades out of it. So, I believe I had at least one here, if not two. I think I might have had two to double this. And this I had at 50%. Just so that I could get a stock going up on there. And as far as I'm concerned, I need more iron, which should be right in here. So we'll grab probably 5 stacks will be good enough. And I'll start getting this going. Uh, and then as soon as I have coal power going, we'll get some more lines of production uh, being worked on. Okay, so first, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the cable because it looks like I've got everything I need to make them. And only by a little bit, it seems. Well, then again, I do still have quite a bit of copper on hand, so my power grid shut down. Okay. Interesting. Wonder what ended up tripping that. Alright, well, I mean, I'm sure it's all the extra power that I'm sending to this uh, crafter in particular, so maybe I'll knock that down to 175. We'll start this back up and see if that works. Because I don't remember what I had it set at. I thought it was at full, but I guess not. Nope. Okay. Maybe I didn't have two in it after all. So let's go ahead and put this back down to just one booster. Hold on just a second. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. No? What did we change? Okay, guess I'll remove the booster altogether. Not really sure what changed to make it so that I no longer have the power to do that. Just to be sure, I do have fuel in both of these, yeah. Okay, there we go. We're at 36.6 max out of the 40. Alright. Again, not sure what changed. Oh, you know what? I bet when I had it going the first time, I didn't have any copper stuff going. Okay, well, we'll just let it go as it is right now. Most of this we're gonna make by hand anyway, so as long as it's doing some of the prep work in the background, we're all good. Alright. Getting a bunch of cables going. What else do we need? Rotors and plates. Or reinforced plates. Or whatever they're called. Alright. There's all of that. Go ahead and add those in. Okay, so reinforced iron plates require plates and screws. So, um, how many plates do we need for 6 plates? So, 900 plates. It's quite a bit. Looks like I'm gonna need more iron. Probably most of the iron that's, if not all of the iron that's in here. So I'll grab most of it. We'll leave a little bit behind just so it has some to pull from for other crafting stuff. Oh, we only have enough for 600, huh? Well, I may need to up my production a bit. Well, no, not quite yet. Um, Again, once I have coal, that's my objective: is get coal. Don't be distracted by anything else. If it takes a little bit longer to get things done, then that's okay. And then once we have coal, we won't have to worry about using plants for energy. We'll just use coal. Uh, we'll ship the power over by cables, and we'll work from there. I do also need to remember that I wanted to have everything on uh, platforms or foundations. So I should keep that in mind. Alright, once we get 300 plates, we'll work on the first batch, I think. Actually, I need more screws as well, so... Well, those are just being crafted in the background anyway. Probably not enough, but they're still being crafted. Okay. And then once I get this done, not sure how much or what's going to need to change, what's going to need. Okay, hold on. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm still making iron rods. I was thinking I was making screws. Oops. Alright, so I guess we've got a good amount here. Just do this. Right, that's why I was making screws in the background. It's because this, for the number of screws that we get, this takes a long time. It takes as much time to make these as it does to make iron plates. Well, if I already have the iron rods, I guess. And then, of course, another thing that we will want to be doing is exploring getting more of those power slugs, see what other things we need for the research terminal. And also, we need to start some sort of um, uh, item sync, I guess. So I need to start getting some production that's just gonna go into the item sink or whatever it's called, and then we get some points to buy not just decorative stuff, but apparently some other useful stuff as well, or so I'm told. So we'll have to do that as well. Okay. There's all of that I can do for the moment. Now back to iron plates. I didn't realize how much iron is going into every single plate. So it's 6 plates for each reinforced iron plate. So that in itself is 18. Every screw is, or every 4 screws is 1 iron. So that's another 3. So that's 12 iron per plate. And I need 150 of them. So that's 1800 iron. Okay. It's quite a bit. But this hopefully will be the last time I have intentionally too low of a production. So from here on out, I should be able to do quite a bit more. Well, I say here on out. Here on out once I get coal power. Assuming whatever facility it is, the coal plant doesn't take too much to build. It's probably going to use some resources that I can't craft on my own, so I may have to wait a little bit on those. Alright, there goes all the iron. Just forge these into screws, and we'll get some more reinforced plates. How many do I have at the moment? 32. Alright, so I'm only a fifth of the way done. I'm gonna need a lot more iron. And of course, a lot more screws and, well, a lot more of everything, really. And then, hopefully I won't have to do, I mean, I will still have to do a lot of this kind of crafting because I don't know why. I like, partially, I like partial automation. So I don't want it all to be done automatically. I want to have a hand in it in some way. But I also know that that's sometimes just slower than what it needs to be. Because, I don't know, if everything's automated, then there's nothing for you to do. And then you're not really playing a game. You're just, I'm going to be just like you guys. I'm going to be watching a game. So, And I realize that part of it is just uh, building the infrastructure in order to get automation done. So, all right, have almost 50. There we are, 50. We're 1/3 of the way done. Actually, with another 30, this should get us a little bit over halfway done. So we'll only need, what, another 8 to 900 iron to get this done. Definitely gonna have to pull some out of the mining machine. Alright, that's halfway. Just a couple more. Well, that worked out pretty well, actually. I used up all of the plates and all of the screws that I had. Alright, back over here. Go ahead and grab everything that it's already made. And I know it's not going to have much because I've told it to be very slow in order to build up some of these. So I'll grab those as well. And I'll just grab everything here. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to grab all of that and all of that. And hopefully this will be enough. Or close to enough. Enough so that once I go back over there, I'll be able to grab enough in order to finish this off. Alright, so I've got only like 400 on me. 600 maybe, so this will not be enough. If 900 is 50%. So I'm probably going to need another 150 to 200 iron to get this all done. Well, then again, I did grab a bunch of screws and rods, so maybe I do have enough. Maybe that was enough to put me over the top. Alright, so all of this is going towards plates. And we only need, we have 80, so 420 plates. We're not going to have enough for all of that. We are going to have to get some more iron. All right. Almost done with this part. Oh, and then we're going to need 50 rotors on top of that. I forgot about that. Here I was thinking we were close, but we still have a little bit further to go. And I don't remember what's required for rotors, but probably reinforced iron plates or something like that. So, almost done here, and okay, only 378 iron plates, so we're like 40 iron plates short. But that should be okay because I'll be able to get enough iron from the production line. And then what else do we need to do? So we've, from what I'm seeing of the left-hand view, we're gonna need to make copper sheets. We're gonna need modular frames. Might as well make cables while I'm at it as well. And I'll just have a stockpile of everything that I'll need. Um, and then find a way to deliver it all to the places that it needs for crafting. And there are other things down below as well. I can only see the ones that are at the top here. I'll have to take a look to see what is involved with the money sink or the item sink. If it's per item or if it's per, like, maybe each thing has a value set to it. So, like, iron plates require 3 iron, so it is worth 3 times as much as iron. Iron rods only use 1 iron, so it's equal. Or maybe iron rods is worth a little more than iron because you have to refine it, I guess. So I'm not sure. I'm not. Hopefully, it will tell me and not keep things vague. Because that's one of the worst things in a game is when you need exact measurements and it only gives you vague answers to what you need. Alright, so we'll get a few of these iron plates done and see what I need to finish things up. Because it looks like I'm going to need more screws, which is understandable. Alright, I've got another 300 plates. Well, not anymore, but that would be enough for some amount. Apparently I'm not doing math anymore. Alright. Maybe I should though. So 217. I was looking at the wrong stack. So that's like 20 plates? Somewhere around there. And that'll bring us up to 130, I think. So we're almost done with the reinforced plates. Just a few more to go. $24 left. Now what am I out of here? Screws again. Okay. So we still have 115 plates. It's almost enough for 20. So we'll make another 19. Yeah, that's going to be pretty close, actually. Alright, that's enough for the 19. And then, yeah, just another trip out there for some more iron should be plenty. Right? We're at 145. So we need 5 more of those, which is 30 plates, which is 60 iron. Just grab 1 stack. Hopefully one is available. Excellent. And might as well just grab the screws that have been made over here. Then we're going to need to figure out what we need for rotors. And I'm sure you all already know. If you're watching this, you probably play the game more than I do. Alright. So we need 60 of these. It's 40. 50. There we go. Oh, okay. Obviously my calculations were off because I wasn't really thinking about the proper things. Okay. So, sorry about that. Now, we need rotors. Rotors are made from rods and screws. Okay. So let's just go ahead and figure out how much we need. So this looks like it's going to be a lot less. Maybe. So that's 6 1/4 and another 5. So 12. Okay, so rotors are pretty much just as expensive. However, we only need rods for this. So we can just go over here. Well, we're going to grab the screws as well. And we'll grab those. I don't think that's going to be enough for him, though. Okay, so we have plenty of rods. We just need more screws. Every 5 crafts will be enough to make another rotor. So I'll do this until I'm down to 250 rods, I think. And then the rest will just have to do on our own. Or, run back and get some more. Or, if the rotors get up to the number 50 first. And do I have any in my inventory? It doesn't look like it. So just the number down at the bottom is all I'll be able to make. Oh, we have enough for half at least. Just gonna take a lot more screws than what I've got. Got 60% of what I need, at least. Maybe a little bit more than that. All right. 33 rotors is what we've got enough for. Let's see. I'm also going to have to figure out, like, how I want these production lines. So I've got 4 iron production lines. I don't necessarily have to have each one, like all of them flow into one line and then go from there. I could have each line working on its own thing. So like, one of them could be making iron rods, one of them could be making screws, one of them making iron plates, that sort of thing. And then, like, if there's only 4 things that I can make with iron to begin with, it might be best to just have everything done that way. Or, maybe I do have all of this smelt iron, put it into a storage, and then have everything go out from there. But then I need better conveyors, I think, because these are only tier 1 conveyors. Okay, I need... not that. Oh, that's going to be empty because they're all being funneled into here. So there's another 50. I'll grab these as well. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting that I have crafting stations right over near these places, so I can just craft things here if I need to. Rotors. Alright, so we need more screws. And we've got enough for 37. So 13. We're gonna need at least 500 screws. So we're just gonna wing it, I guess. Actually, I suppose I can still have rotors down here to see how many I've got available. We're up to 8. 9, 10. And that 10 is going to use up all the iron rods that I've got. Alright, so now just need a little bit more. Just gonna go grab a stack from here. Finish it up like this. Alright, so I need like 75 screws. Or thereabouts. And then the rest can be turned into iron rods and finish this up. There we go. There. There is our 50 rotors. And this will be enough to get coal power. We'll see what we need to craft that stuff. Alright, dump that in there. Press the great big red button.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and
Water?
power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner. Note: ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note: pumps will aid in vertical transport of fluids through pipes. Note: throughput and volume indicators are added to each pipe section automatically.
I don't remember water being needed for coal. Well, let's see what we've got. Okay, so a water extractor. Extraction rate 120 cubic meters per minute. Headlift 10 meters allows fluid to be transported 10 meters upwards. Extracts water from the body of water it's built on. Note that the water needs to be deep enough and rivers do not commonly suffice. Okay, so I'm going to need to figure out where we've got some water. The coal generator. Oh, I didn't even look to see what I needed to build that. Stuff I can build fairly easily. Okay, same with this. All right, burns coal to boil water. Okay, I mean, that does make sense. The produced steam rotates turbines to generate electricity for the power grid as a conveyor belt and pipe input, so both the coal and water supply can be automated. Always generates at set clock speed, shuts down if fuel requirements are not met. Okay. And I don't really mind that it shuts down, or that it always generates at a set speed. I don't think any of these nodes have a limited amount of resources. Alright, so now we've got pipelines. Transports up to 300 fluid per minute. Got a splitter attached to a pipeline to apply head lift, maximum 20 meters. Pipeline support. Okay, so same as with conveyors. It's just for a pipeline. Got it. Fluid buffer can contain up to 400 of fluid as an input and output. Okay. Looks like we'll probably want one of those as well. A lot of this looks like it's going to be using copper for this stuff, so and that's probably me running out of power. Yes. That is me running out of power. Which is good timing, I guess. So we'll leave that as it is. Well, no. Do I have fuel? I mean, I guess I have fuel, so maybe I should uh, use this first while everything else is going, because background production is still going to be producing things. All right, while I convert this biofuel, let's burn these flower petals for the very limited amount of time that they'll give. And hopefully this will be the last of the solid biofuel I'll need for my factory production. For my chainsaw is another deal, or possibly for vehicles. Alright, so once I get this crafted, I'm going to need to find coal, which I believe I know where it is. Apparently, I'm going to need to find water. I wonder if it's going to have a marker for that. A lot of what I'm doing next is probably going to be exploration then. Okay, there's that. I bring up the map. So I'm coal, which I believe is that way. Close enough. So yeah, we've got a bunch of coal over there next to, looks like, water sources. So that might be the best place to set things up. Because the one over here is probably, just a close one that I could get started with. But if I think ahead, I'm probably going to want the ones over here instead, because it looks like those are probably large bodies of water, I hope. And I won't need to lift them as much as it seems like I would for this one that would be over here. So, I'm guessing first thing I need is some mining buildings. Perhaps. Oh, I've got a little bit of iron on me. Okay, so we're just going to start with one. So I'm going to add that. We'll probably need one of these. Don't think I'll need a smelter or constructor or assembler. I'll definitely need one of these. That sounded like an explosion. Oh, that's the drone returning. Got it. Okay, as far as this pipeline stuff, I'm gonna leave that alone. I probably want one of these. And that should be about it. So we'll get a portable miner. All right. So it looks like first some copper sheets. So we need 30 of these. Another 30 reinforced iron. 20 rotors, 30 cable. Wow, okay. We need a lot of stuff. Oh, we do have a few things already, though. Modular frames, which is going to need more reinforced plates. Alright, I don't have enough iron for all of this. Time to go and grab all of this stuff again. And a bunch of this. Actually, all of this. And if it wasn't so far away, I wouldn't be worried about having all of this prepared. Okay, let's make one of these first of all. Get that out of the way. And then we'll go for the modular frames next, which is 3. I've already got 1 frame. Oh, right, we make 2 at a time. I had forgotten about that. That makes things a little bit easier. Alright, make a few more of those. We'll make... What am I missing for these? Nothing. Just plates. Alright. That's the modular frames that I need. We'll get a bunch of cable. Just checking off the easy stuff first. Okay. Now, rotors. Go ahead and get some of these made. Alright. Not nearly as many as I thought. And then we just need screws and rods. So for every 10, I need 50. So this might be close to enough. Rotors. Nope, not nearly enough. Oh, right, because it's 25. There goes my power. I didn't think those would last very long. And at this point, these probably won't last very long either. I'll just put that stuff away because we no longer need it. Okay, rotors, that's what we're working on. Screws. So 25, so that's 250, 275 is what we need for screws. And we're not going to have quite enough without making more iron rods. So 180 we need. Oh, that's good enough. Alright, so once we're at 275, we'll go back to making rods. Alright, close enough. Then this will be enough for 11 rotors. There we go. Then we're just gonna need plates and reinforced plates. And probably a whole bunch of copper for stuff. Okay. Reinforced plates. More plates, more screws. Okay. Let's just go ahead and make a bunch of these. It's not going to be enough, I know, for sure. I do have to say, I am a bit sorry. I had forgotten that I didn't actually have coal researched. I had thought I had finished that up last time. So it's taken me a little longer than what I thought it would be. Hopefully I don't run into too many more snags. Alright, we only need 180 of these, I believe. Then the rest can go towards this. Which will need a lot more of these, that's for sure. Did I forget to restart this? I did. Whoops. I knew something was wrong when I didn't see the smoke billowing out of that. Alright. We'll grab more of those. Grab more of those. And yeah, all of that. Probably gonna need this as well again. So let's go ahead and grab all of that. You know, maybe I should have deconstructed these two machines that are sitting right over here that aren't doing anything. Alright, we'll start off with... No, I don't need more plates. I'm doing this wrong. What is it I need? Screws. Screws are what I need more of. Well, actually, I do need a few more plates because there are 10 plates required for whatever I'm building here. This is 12 per plate, so need 360 screws. Should have enough here. Yeah, looks like it. I'm probably going to need a bunch more copper sheets for pipeline, stuff like that. There we go. 30 of these. And then we'll probably need just a few more iron plates, but we've got the iron in our inventory. I may need to add a little storage. Again, I wish that there were smaller versions of the storage containers, just for, a couple stacks of things. Just stuff that you end up having too much of. I need one iron plate. Okay. Oh, we'll make two. There we go. Okay, we've got everything I need, I hope. To head this way. Just sort everything, make sure. If I make... What am I looking for? Okay, that just requires a miner. I could do exploration as I'm going, but again, I want to get this set up first. And then we'll get our factory set up, and then we'll do some exploring. I don't know if I'll have enough time today to do all of that, because I'm already behind what I thought I would be. But I believe I need to head this way. Yeah, we're still going west. I don't know how far I'm going. I mean, I know my destination. I just don't know how far it's going to be to get to it. So, actually, if I do this, that's not my destination. That is. But I want to cross this little bit first. Okay, it's not just a drop-off I was running towards. Wonderful. Is a gentle downward slope. Let me ping this again. I think it's up this way that I need to go. Yeah. So if I'm going that way, I can get down here just fine, hopefully. Okay, this is an entire slope down. Wonderful. That's an interesting creature. And I don't need to worry about it because I have it set so that they're not aggressive unless I'm aggressive toward them. How are you getting on with Satisfactory? Also, hello. Um, I'm getting along with it. As you can see, I am just getting to the coal production stage. I do enjoy this game a lot. I just haven't played it in a long time. So I believe the last time I played it was when coal was being introduced. And I certainly don't remember needing water for the coal plants, even though it makes sense. So it's a long time ago. It was, is. So um, I've just started a new game, um, and I am currently at the point of beginning my coal resource gathering. So I'm gonna get this set up, and then I'll finally be able to start getting my production line set up without having to worry about um, biofuel. And then hopefully things will progress much faster than they have been. And I'm sure you're probably more familiar with the map than I am. Guess I can just bring the map up here. I've set up my base in this little zone right here. There's just restarted yourself. Cool. Um, there's a bunch of iron here. There's some copper. There's some limestone. So it's a great central point to get started, I think. And then I'll discover all the new stuff from there. So that's why this is only kind of a first playthrough, because I have experienced a little bit of the game, like up to this point, but I am already running into new stuff. Um, and then from here on out, everything is probably going to be new to me. So, like, even the map is different. Like, um, first of all, I don't remember a map even being available. And second, I certainly don't remember it going this far north. So, I believe last time I played it, it pretty much went to about this little dot in the middle of the screen. Like if I put a line east and west, that was about where the map border was that I remember. So there's a lot more to it now than and I'm interested in finding out all the new stuff. All right, so this looks like it is a coal deposit. So let's go ahead and build a miner here. I don't know which way I want it to face. So, okay. Water is going to be coming from here. Coal from there. Maybe just some coal plants right along here, I guess. I don't know. I'll just build it for now and see what I need to change as I go, I guess. Alright, so 60 per minute is what that'll be gathering. We will need a coal generator. Alright, so seems like the coal is going to be coming from that direction. So let's just plop that down. It's pretty big. Alright, so water looks like it's going in that pipe. Coal will go in that pipe. And that's all we need. Other than power transportation, I suppose. Okay, so then we need, where's the water extractor? Now this is probably, okay. I can kind of fit one here. but I don't know if I can fit 2. Oh, I had it a moment there. Where did it go? I had the right angle there. All right there. All right. That is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Probably not enough room for a second one right here. So we'll just have to see how that works. All right. Next. What do we need? Is going to build a fluid buffer. Just so that we can have a little bit of a storage for this if needed. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm going to build one anyway. Then we just need a bunch of pipe to connect these two and a conveyor for that. Which I didn't think to bring with me. And I'm out of plates. Well, looks like I'm heading back. So I need what? Logistics, pipe. I don't think I need a pump though, so just a bunch of that and a bunch of iron plates for conveyors. Oh, and then I suppose I need to run power down here as well. So we're going to need a few more rods and some power cables. Coal power does help a lot. If you can fit 2 water extractors in, you should be able to run 5 coal stations on it. Okay. Oh, I didn't even look to see if this was pure or not. Let me see. Normal. Where are the others? There are a few that way. There's one over here. This one's probably also normal. That one's normal. And then there's just a couple over here. But I mainly chose this spot because it looked like it had a couple things of water and coal sitting right next to it. So these look like they are also normal. Yep, normal. Okay. Now, head back. We'll grab a bunch of copper plates and iron plates. We'll get things going. Assuming, of course, that I remember my way back, which shouldn't be too difficult. It's just a matter of where the land bridge is, which I think is this right here. All right. Just a quick trip back. Not looking forward to how many, if I want a centralized processing thing, I'm not looking forward to having like miles and miles of conveyor belts running to and fro. Although I suppose there is a bit of there's going to be that happening no matter what. Because I'm sure that there's only certain places where some materials exist. So I'm probably going to have to port them in from wherever that may be. Alright, so we're back here. Now we need a bunch of iron. Because I think at this point I am also out of power. Or at least without having to go make some more biofuel. Normally go for smaller factories and just transport them to a main area. Well, you know, that's it. Everyone does their own way of playing. And, you know, I don't know what my way of playing this is at the moment. I'm just gonna work as I go. My normal strategies for some of these kind of games is mostly automated, but some manual stuff as well. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away with that in this game. Because it seems like 99% of what you need has to be automated. And so you might as well have everything automated, because just these first few things don't seem like they're going to be enough. Alright, so I'm not sure how many of these I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna make 50, I guess. I've got enough to make 100. And it was also cable I think I needed. Alright, and then some cable. I guess it depends on how far the power lines will go. I may have to return a couple times depending on how much cable I need. But you know what? I've got a bunch of wire here, so I might as well get a good 100 cable, I guess. That'll probably be a decent start. It's like another 33, I guess. Then we'll find out what I need from there. Better to have too much and not than not enough. Well, that's true. Unless, of course, you don't have any inventory space. Alright, so let's see. Is this still running? It is still running. So I don't want to unhook it yet. This does have 3 out of 4. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna run this. Oh, I'm gonna need a bunch of wire as well, it seems. So let me get a bunch of that made. And I'm probably gonna run this a lot longer than what it needs to be. I'm just gonna run it along the way that I can walk. and then later maybe make a more direct approach. Or not. Maybe I don't need to at all. Because I don't think there's any like capacity for these lines or anything like that. And once they're down, I don't think I'll need to move them unless they're in the way of other production, which could happen, but I also know that there's a lot of area to do that sort of stuff. So, we'll put one up. Somewhere. There we go. We'll take that one, run it this way. And yes, some of my power lines are going to be clipping through objects or through the rock and stuff like that. I can't make everything perfect, you know. Some things are going to clip, some things aren't. Too long. Okay, we'll just put that here. That's the power going down. Oh. Just kind of going this way. As soon as this one gets too long and I place it, I'll take a look at the map. Okay, I'm kind of doing more of a direct route than I thought I would be. That's okay. How big of a drop is that? Well, that's quite a big drop. Okay. Let me wander back around this way. Find my way down without breaking my legs. Oh. Radiation. That's not good. Where's that from? Oh. Okay. That's up there somewhere. So to there. Yeah, just that way. Oh, that looks interesting. I don't know what it is, but I'm in the middle of placing wires. And it's right along one of the lines, so, you know, I can find it again if I need to. Alright, here we go. This looks more familiar. Okay, and then the way down was over here somewhere, I think. Yeah, right here. Wonderful. Do that. Oh, not bother the weird spider-looking thing. Right there. Radiation was from uranium deposits. Just don't go picking it up. Okay. I will try not to. Alright, let's put one there. Then a final one I guess I need to power all of this. So that'll go there, that'll go there. This will go to a second one, because I'll need more here no matter what. And that'll go there. Alright, so we've got power running to all of this. Now, let's go to logistics. We need a pipeline going from there to there. From there to there. And of course that blocks blocks me from going through. So maybe I should have done that later. And then we just need a conveyor going from here to there. At least to begin with. Maybe I should have saved a little bit of power, because now I'm realizing that I need to go back and turn the power on. Alright, but just to be sure, let me double check this. So this should pump out water, send it over here. Oh, we need configurations. Can flush it. Alright, so that should just be a fluid buffer. Probably don't need it, but I've got it anyway. Then it'll pump it over here. We're not going upwards any amount, or at least not 10 meters worth, so I shouldn't need any additions to that. Then over here we've got a miner just directly feeding into the coal plant. And that should get us our first coal power going. And then we will, of course, upgrade it as we need it. 75 is already almost double what we already had. So it should be a good place to start. For the most part, I might actually run this power line along the way that I need to walk, just so, you know, I have a guideline, just in case, you know, I get turned around or something. I probably won't need it, but you never know. That way I also don't run right through a zone of radiation. Alright, so here's another one of these rocks. Sulfur.
Data shows this as a mix of sulfide and sulfate minerals. It could be an indication of recent volcanic activity. A new research tree exploring volatile self-defense applications can now be accessed in the MAM.
Alright, glad I picked that up then. But we'll probably put it into storage for the time being. What is this? This looks like limestone. Yeah. Don't need any more limestone. At least not right now. Space elevator going all the way up like that. Okay. Now we're back how much of this do we have just sitting here? Not much, but maybe enough to just prime the pump, I guess. That still has a minor little bit left. So if I do that... Oh, right. Let's disconnect these two things first. All right. That should... No. How much does... I suppose I can look here, right? So if I turn this on, it's going to shut down immediately. Okay. Max consumption 25 on a power pole. Okay. Okay, I didn't realize that I could do that from here. I used to remember having to always come back to one of these. So thank you for that. Max consumption but capacity 20. Like this looks like... Oh. I thought this had a little bit of fuel in it. Is that enough to get it at least started? Long enough for the coal to kick in, maybe? No. All right, let me get a little bit more here. Just enough so I can have the power go on and take a look at what's going on. Yeah, more biofuel. I was hoping I'd have enough to just, prime the pump until the coal kicked in, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll just craft a bunch of this and get things started. It should be more than enough. At least I hope so. If nothing else, it should be enough for me to get this running again and run over there and see if it's actually doing something or if I messed up somewhere. Yeah, I know what I have now is probably enough, but I grabbed all this biomass, so I might as well convert it since I'm here. You know. You know what? I can do that in a moment. I want to get this going. Alright, so if I do that, put some in there, that in there, get started. Okay, now to run all the way back and see if it's working properly. And I'll check the power poles as I go. Maybe it'll kick in at some point. There we are. capacity 115. Just took a little longer than I wanted it to. Okay. Wonderful. Now that that's doing that, I'll just quickly... Actually, hold on. I made this just for this reason, I think. So I should just be able to hook that up. And now it's just doing that on its own. Okay. Let me put the rest of this away. Sulfur, don't need that at the moment. Okay. And then once that burns through that, this is already done. Okay. I suppose I no longer need this then. That disconnected that as well. So I should be able to hook my power stuff back up. Missed it. Ah, well. And there. Okay. Now, max consumption is 61 out of the 75 we're producing over there. And I just want to run over there and take a look at it, see what's going on. Of course, I'm going to need to run right back right afterwards once I have an idea, but I need an idea of what's going on first. There's an interesting thing over there, it seems. More sulfur. That's what that was. Okay. But I definitely want to make sure that... I mean, obviously, things are running well enough. I just never looked at production versus consumption and that sort of thing. I know you said that 2 water pumps will be enough to run 5 pure nodes. So I don't think I will need another water pump quite yet, until I expand over here, of course. And I think I will probably make a second coal plant over here, depending on what all is needed. Okay, so... Hello, bird. This produces 120 per minute. And it can be boosted, it seems. Okay. And this is probably full. Still filling up, but full enough. Okay. So we're producing 120. Looks like we're probably consuming 60. Let's just find out. All right, 15 per minute. 50. Okay. No, 45 per minute. Okay. That's what we're consuming. Which is a bit interesting because, like, obviously it's a coal plant, a coal power plant. It says it's boiling water to produce energy, but unless it's releasing steam anywhere, the water should be self-contained, right? So, I probably wouldn't need to consume this much water if it was self-contained. So it looks like it's just producing steam and just letting the steam go along with the soot. But still, this thing is producing 60, so one of these will provide enough for 4 plants. And then I've already forgotten the numbers from over here. This was also 120? Yeah. So, just like you said, 2.5. Or one of these produces enough for 2.5. So, I don't know if I have enough room here to place another one. But here's what I think we're doing next. Oops. Add another one of these. Don't need another miner. How many of these do we want? I think I'll just do 2 for now. And then while I'm down here, I think I have enough, unless I've run out, to make another craft bench out here, just in case I need it. Then as long as I have iron and copper and limestone, I'll be able to, at least for now, I'll be able to make any of the basic stuff that I need. So let's just head back and start making some plates and rotors, and we'll get a couple more of these up and running, and then I'll have enough power to have a decent factory basic stuff, or a base for factory stuff. Because, I mean, right now we're producing 115, but I want to make the biomass generators obsolete. So really we are at 75. If I add 2 more, that'll put me at 225 to have a good base power line for the factory. And, you know, it's probably more than I need to begin with, but I also don't want to keep running back and forth too much if I can help it. I mean, I'm already running back and forth a lot. Then I'll need to remember... well, no, I don't need to remember too much once I have the basics. I'll just make sure I have a decent stock of raw materials, and then I'll just craft whatever I'm missing on site. Okay. So we need rotors and hello, bird. Tripped over a bird. All right. So all of this is running at this point. And again, we've been kind of running it empty. So just gonna have to grab what we can. Nope, those are still iron rods. This is what I want. A couple more stacks of that. There should be enough to make what I've got lined up. Okay. I need rotors. So we'll start with this. And at the moment, I could try to make everything fit really nice and well together. But I think over where the power production is, I'll be okay for now. If I start running out of room, I'll rearrange things at that point. Whereas here, I'd like to try to make things as compact as I can first time around. Alright, we need more screws. Enough for 6 more rotors, it looks like. And then a bunch more for the reinforced iron plates. One more. There we go. 9 times out of 10, you always tear things down, and that is the way it goes. You know, whether things get in the way or you find a better way to do your production lines, or, you know, apparently there are hidden recipes. Once you find a good recipe, you're going to want to readjust things in order to make use of the new recipe if it's much better. So, yeah, I get it. All right, we need 48 reinforced iron plates. Just gonna make all the screws first, and then see what I need to do afterwards. So I think it's 12 per plate. Right? Yeah, 12 per plate. So need like 600 to make 50. And let's see, 6 of these per plate. I make 2 at a time, so that's good. I don't know. Math isn't necessarily hard for me. It's just difficult when I've got other things going on at the same time as trying to do math. Alright, so it's 60 and 120 for every 10. Or 6, sorry. No, yeah, I was right. 60 and 120. So 300 plates and 600 screws total. At this point, I don't know how much I need of each. I'll make some more of these because I'll need more screws. Oh, 120, that's enough for another 10. Let's see, what else am I going to need other than these basic materials? Probably more copper lining or copper sheets. And probably more iron plates for conveyor belts. Oh, I'm going to need a splitter as well, aren't I? For both things. So junction, I have to add to the list, and a splitter. Just a little bit more cable. And just another 25 reinforced plates. I suppose at this point I do have the power output, so I'll crank that up and I'll put one of these in here. That'll get production back on track. I'll just grab this, I guess. All right. Just start off with another batch of plates and see how much I need from there. Looks like I'm gonna run out of screws first. Alright, so 13, so that's like 180 approximately. So we'll make all of those, and then the rest can be plates. You can just press the space bar to craft on the workbench. You don't need to click it with a mouse. That's true. I personally don't mind having to use the mouse. But thank you for letting me know that. So something I'll let you know right now is I am left-handed, so a lot of I did not know. So thank you. I do appreciate that. I'm left-handed, so a lot of these buttons I'm having to rearrange. As you can see in the bottom right corner, I've rearranged it to a lot of the number pad. And since I'm having to, select all of the recipes with the mouse anyway, I already have my hand on the mouse, so at this point I'm just continue to use the mouse. That's all. I may, if a shortcut key is good and I can remap it to something as well, I will probably use it. But for the most part, I don't know. I do use a I don't even know what this is called. Is it a Naga mouse? It's a Razer Naga. It's got like 12 buttons on the side. So, there's a lot of buttons on the mouse that I am using in addition to the numpad. All right, what am I missing? Iron plates. Right. Make a bunch of these. Make a bunch of copper ones. That should be everything we need, right? Where are they? Copper sheets. What am I missing? Copper. Ingots. What am I missing? Copper. Oh, okay. I used up all my copper already. Oh, let's just grab some more from over here then. Nope, that's wire. There we go. Just grabbed 300 of that. And I should just grab a couple hundred iron from over here as well. Just for taking care of any of the basics that... Oh, well. I guess I have iron on me. So, okay. Let's head out there. We've got everything we need, I hope. Enough for 2 more generators, 2 splitters, and another water extractor. Although I suppose if I have 2 water extractors, I don't necessarily need a splitter for it. No, I still would, because I'm going to 3 separate generators. Never mind. And, I suppose I'd want to have it going into the buffer first anyway. Just in case. I'm not... again, I don't think I need a buffer of water over here. I just like having a storage of stuff just in case, I played a bit of Dyson Sphere not too long ago, and pretty much everything had a bit of storage for the stuff that it was making, even though that meant that I was using up a lot more space just for the storage bits. So, how do I want to do this? Obviously, I'll need a splitter. Might need 2 splitters, in fact. Oh, no. I suppose I could have 1 coal plant over here. So this is, again, not going to be the best of like best for space consumption. It's just kind of going to be a hodgepodge. Seems like it goes well here, so like we're getting a splitter that I can place right here. So then I can just have the conveyor go from there. Oh, hold on. Water's going to be over there. Is there a way to configure this so that it swaps these two around. Like, so the coal input is on the left side and the water input on the right side, or is this just how it's going to be? No? Okay. Well then, is there an easier way to do this? Not really. Other than putting it over there, I suppose. So that everything's on the same side. So let me do that instead. I was hoping to just use a splitter, have one go that way, one go that way, but I guess this will work. We'll just put them over here. Well, like, okay, I can put one pipeline here. And I know that there are elevators and whatnot. But let's see here. If I just place one there, I can just run conveyor from here. Oh, and I'm out of iron plates. Well, that's why I have this over here. Gonna need more iron ingots though. As long as it works, don't worry about how it looks for the time being. That's true. Doesn't matter how it looks. I'm probably not going to be over here all that often to have a look at it anyway. Alright, so conveyor to there. That starts bringing coal in over this way. And we need a junction. At a weird angle. No. That's interesting, though, that it rotates like that. I mean, I guess there is no other way to rotate it, but alright, so one is going to go there. Yeah. I'll just do something like that. That's not clipping through anything, is it? And it might be. No, it seems to be okay. Maybe a little bit right there, but oh well. Okay. Now, wonder if I have room over here. I didn't really think to leave much room, but oh well. It's gonna be okay. You know what? I'm just gonna run a conveyor from this splitter. Because I don't want to split an already split uh, uh, path unless I need to. Build it. There we are. So I'll just... Oh, and we're out of iron plates again. I should be okay once everything is said and done. Just need to manually craft this into iron. Because my production was basically bare minimum to get me to this point. Because I know that I'd spend a lot of time building everything up just to tear it down and rebuild it once I do have a good power base, I guess. Alright, let's get some more iron plates. And I do need to hook these up to power as well, I suppose. Well, actually, at this height, can I just run it underneath? Is it going to be upset if I do this? I can do that, right? And then just something right along this way. And it is getting pretty close to the ground. That's fine, though. Alright, and... Alright, I'm gonna need a merger here. Or are these... Are the junctions both ways, maybe? Since there isn't a merger and a splitter. So I could just do something like that. I haven't even built the other water pump yet, so I don't know if I have room for it here. Looks like maybe not. About if I turn it this way. Encroaching another object clearance. So yeah. Resources not deep enough. All right. If that's the case, and I don't need this here, just gonna need to, build one over here, then connect the water in. Alright, so this one is going to these two. I suppose that's just fine. So I can now make a yeah, I still need to make another one of these. So let's plop that right there. Oh, that might be a little too close. But it seems to be okay with it. That might be a little too close for that, though. Don't really want to split after... Or do I? Okay, it's already split once, that's right. So I can put another one here. Run this pipe. Hello. I can run. Pipe is too long. Okay. Just run it to there. We'll continue it. Well, like you said, it doesn't matter how it looks. It's a bit wonky, though. Okay, so that should be producing enough for... Oh, no, it isn't. It won't be. That won't be enough for these two, but I'll need the other pump also supplying to this one. So let's get this other water extractor. Can't afford, I need more copper. Can overclock. Oh, that's true. I could overclock that water pump. Because I do have one overclock on me. Yeah, right there. Let's see. So another... So to power 3 of them, 40, 80, 20, 135 is what I would need to produce. So I could... do like maybe that. Maybe a little bit less. Yeah, we'll just have a little bit extra. But that should produce enough to take care of all three. May need to check when you have all the coal stations running. Yeah, that's true. But supposedly, you know, 45, 45, and 45. So again, that's 135. If I produce 140 from one pump, then that should keep us uh, above the line. Alright, so with that, we've got water running to there. Got water running to all three of them. We've got coal running to all three of them. Nope, that's not what I want to look at. What am I missing? Oh yeah. How about connecting it all to the, oops. Connecting it all to the power grid. Might be worthwhile, you know? Oh, but I do need more cable. Time to start polluting the world with all that smoke. Look, we're not here for the environment. We're here for the production. At least that's what the pamphlet says. Or I assume it says. I didn't read it. Alright, power line going from there to there, and there to there for now. How do I know they're running? Because we can see smoke. Alright, so that puts us up at 265. Oh, hello. What's this? Bacon agaric.
This is one of multiple edibles we have detected in your vicinity, which are within approved nutritional and medical categories as established by R&D. A new
Oops. Didn't mean to skip that, was just trying to run. But I guess it's just a new research is available. Alright. The basic power supply is up and going. Now, I'll head back. Oh. I didn't actually look to see if the water was keeping up, but I suppose I'll find out if the power grid goes down. Alright. Saw a bunch of green something over there. It's a bit foggy in the area right now. Not sure if I really like that. Sometimes just the atmospheric... That's not where I want to go. The atmospheric effects are nice, but I've played way too many games where the fog is used in detrimental ways or used to make the game run a little bit better at the expense of visuals. And I don't know. At this point, fog is okay, but I suppose I could do without it. It's not really doing anything to help, I guess. I'd rather be able to see everything. Time to start polluting the world with... Yeah, exactly. Okay, so... I'll just clear the list for now. Alright, this I'm going to take down because it doesn't need to be there. That was a temporary thing in order to make the smart plates required for one of the steps. Now, things I need to make. So I've got a basic line set up here. And I'm thinking that what I want to do is I want, like, okay, first of all, having all four of these iron nodes producing is probably more than I need at the moment. But I'm thinking I want to, I guess, get the miners in since these are all pure nodes. So we're getting 120 per minute from each of them. I'll then smelt them all. Well, I think I'm going to smelt a lot of it. Like, okay, so this produces 120. This consumes 30. Although I could upgrade it with power shards. So my initial thought is one of these, three of these, upgrade one of them to probably double, or maybe upgrade three of them to basically even it out. But one of these, three of these, and then each one will have its own deposit for iron ingots. And then we'll have a couple of different production lines. We'll do one for rods. We'll do one for screws because let's see if I can select a recipe. So I do have the alternate recipe for crafting screws. So at the moment, basically one iron gets turned into a rod, then gets turned into screws. The alternate recipe is actually a lot better because we're skipping the time for making it into rods, and we're actually doing this 6 seconds faster than what it would normally be otherwise. Right? Yeah, 6 times 5. Yeah. So I'll have one line for this, one line for iron rods, and then we'll have to start working in the what are they called? Constructors? Assemblers? Okay, well, the assemblers is what I was thinking of. So we'll get a few lines of constructors, and then we'll throw in the assemblers. This isn't going to be perfect, by the way. You know, the power grid is going to be going up and down as it works. It's a nice one. You need to produce a lot of screws. That's true. So I think that's my initial plan. I'm going to start with these 3 nodes. There is another node over here. Maybe I should add it in. Oh, but before I do that, I almost forgot. I need a bunch of this. What is this? Foundation. So I need a bunch of plates. I need a bunch of limestone. And I'm going to, like, it seems like this is going to work fairly well. Somebody told me that you can have a node mined by like up to 4 or 5 meters above it, something like that. So it doesn't need to be smooth, with everything, but if it runs into problems, I can just remove it. But I need a bunch of iron plates. And I probably don't have many on me. Nope, I don't. Okay. Because if I'm going to be building all of this, I suppose building on one flat surface would probably be better. But I could be wrong. I'll experiment, see what it's like. I'm going to put a bunch of this down. And then I apparently will also have a grid to snap to, and I was told it works a lot better. I don't know if that's true. I'll find out. I've never really used the foundation when I last played. Helps with organization as well. Okay. Then I will attempt to do so. Alright, this is probably not going to be nearly enough, but it's a start. And then, of course, I'll have to tear up all of that and place it on top as well. So, I think just the 1 meter foundation should be okay. I second using foundations and using the world grid. Very nice when laying roads and such. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for that. Also, welcome. Now, let's see how this works here. So it seems to be fairly well. It is kind of going into the ground, which means that it's lining up. As long as the ground doesn't peek out from underneath, I'm okay. Let's see how it looks heading over to this side of stuff. Might be a little wonky with that one. We'll see. This side also seems fairly good. Yeah, this one just barely peeks out above it. So that'll be just fine there. Is there I suppose before I ask the question, I should probably read all the buttons down at the bottom here. Doesn't look like it according to those buttons, but is there a way to like build multiple things at once? So like if I start one here and just kind of stretch it that way for like 5 deals, would I be able to build like 5 at once? Or am I stuck with 1 at a time? Zooping. Click R. Zoop mode. Excellent. Oh, what am I? Oh, there's a creature in the way. Well, looks like I might have to get rid of this creature soon. And also, I may have to rebuild that if it's getting in the way. Well, then again, the creature is just wandering further and further that way. I say as it turns around and walks back this way. Just walk onto it. There we go. Ah, and now I'm out of iron. Okay. Let's get some more. Ooh, I don't have much more. So my plan for this is, obviously this is a small compact area. You know, I'm obviously not going to be getting my production that I need in this small area without knowing a lot more about the game than I do. Find the birds to be the most annoying. Oh, the little birds. Okay. Yeah, I could see that, because they just jump down and they just sit there until you get too close to them. These guys could also be a little bit of a pain. But so my plan is, since this is a small area, this is going to be where I make like the iron bars or the iron ingots, the copper ingots, that sort of thing. And then, since Foundation apparently just floats, you don't need like a support or anything like that. I think I'm going to build out that direction and just have like this floating tray out this way, and then my factory can be basically floating above all of whatever's down there. At least for the time being. You know. Just don't fall off the side. That is true. I haven't died in this game this time around yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. If I do, I assume I will appear back at the hub. If I do, though. Probably missing my inventory, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Oh, I still have a bunch of iron in my inventory that I can smelt into ingots. Let me just get rid of this while it's here. Then hopefully I won't need to have iron ore in my inventory ever again. Unless, of course, I pick it off a conveyor belt that has delivered it into my pockets for some reason. Alright. Just another 30-some plates and we'll get this foundation. Seems like I'll have enough to lay the entire foundation in here with this. I hope. Oh, that's a wall. Sorry. Alright. We're just gonna run it that distance for now. I can always expand it later. then I will get this part done. Oh, now we're running into things that I've made, so. Oh. I'm out of concrete. Well, luckily I'm right here. Nope. Luckily I am right here. There we go. If I extend the foundation enough, I won't have to worry about falling down anywhere. Although I've never tried to actually stand on foundation that is in the process of being created. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? I suppose I'll need to deconstruct all of this first. So I guess I'll start by deconstructing it. Did put all that in my inventory, right? Yes. Okay, good. Nope, nope, this one. How's my inventory doing? Still good. All right. I'll grab this and this as well. Although I suppose once I have it on the foundation, it's going to be a little different. Not necessarily following along the same lines as this. All the nodes right here. Yes, and that's part of why I decided to choose this, is because this is one of the places I had found the first time I played. Because there are 4 iron nodes. There's, I believe, 2 copper nodes over there. There's the limestone there. And the coal over here. So I can just, it's close enough, I think. In the UK, and this has just gone 1:30, so I'm off to bed. Good luck with the game. Okay, well, I will see you next time. I'm only going to be going for another 20 minutes myself, so you're not going to be missing much. But if you do, I do post these on YouTube, and I'm also streaming on YouTube as well. So if you decide that you want to watch from there instead, that's all well and good too. So, feel free to choose the way you want to watch it. Okay, what am I doing? I need more iron for this stuff. I don't need to go all the way over there. I keep forgetting that I have this over here. So make a bunch more iron plates, and we'll start putting this down under everything. Also, I may have mentioned this before. I while I do enjoy this game, I'm not, going to be the best at it. So, you know, I'm not going to have everything min maxed or, you know, a 100% output, everything balanced type thing. Uh, it is going to be not that, not as good as that. I will try to do some that will be better, but yeah, definitely don't expect everything to be the best. But I guess that's kind of part of the fun of it too, isn't it? Just watching to see how other people build stuff and how it differs from like what you've seen or what you've built yourself, that sort of stuff. Enjoy watching those that are newer at the game, learning as they go. Second playthrough is always the best. And I agree. I I do like um, learning a lot of new things. That's part of the reason why I'm playing this again. So I'm not sure if you heard it when I was talking about it earlier, but I had played this once before, back when Cole was first introduced, and that's the last time I had played it. So, basically everything from here on out is going to be new, in addition to all of the other new things that I've already seen. So, I'm definitely going to enjoy all this. All right, so how's my inventory? I can still fit a bit more in, so grab that as well. Grab these power lines. I should be able to put the foundation in like this. Um, Looks like it's not really gonna fit well, but that's fine. Between then and now, it's a completely new game. Started in update 3. The game is completely different from that. Love this game. And that, that's why I'm coming back to it. I want to see all the new stuff. I want to um, uh, see all the things that they've gotten better. See all the new things. Because it's not always just um, the new things. It's like what they've taken from feedback and whatnot and have fixed or have made better or worse in some cases. Perhaps in some cases they decide, you know what, we're giving you too much room to do things. We're going to cut back on some stuff. Did state no backseating in the rules, so refrain of questions. Always happy to help. And thank you. I do appreciate that. Um, Usually, if I'm stuck or something, I'll ask for help. I'm not afraid of asking for help if I'm stumped or if the game is running like I'm not always playing a factory game, for example. If I'm stumped on a puzzle or something, I'm not afraid to ask for help if I need it or hints. I played, what was it? Outer Wilds. I finished that up not too long ago. Um, One of the things that happened in that is somebody helped me get to a secret ending that I wouldn't have known existed otherwise. So it wasn't really much of a backseating thing. It was more of a um, what was it? they were helping me find something I wouldn't have seen otherwise, and I was really having a rough time with figuring whatever it was that I was supposed to do to get it to work out. So they kind of helped me along the entire way. So I was appreciative of that, and it the backseating rule is more there to prevent people from just basically spoiling everything for me, that sort of thing. If it's a first playthrough, I should probably pick all these plants since they're poking up through the ground or through the foundation. But it's mainly for that reason. And, if it's a minor spoiler, I'm usually okay with it as long as it's not like um, too bad. I don't want to say anything specifically because it might be a spoiler in itself. And I don't like spoiling things for other people. Um, okay, so over here, I want minor mark 1. We'll have it. Maybe I should have it facing like this. Let's try this. So I'll have it facing like this. That way it's lined up with the grid. It's not pointing in an odd direction or anything like that. And then we'll just have maybe the production line going like that. This is going to go into a smelter, which... What button was it? That one. So we'll do something like that. We'll put conveyor belt from that to there. And then we'll... still in logistics, isn't it? There it is, all the way down to the bottom. Put a splitter here. And then that, we'll split it into 2 other smelters. I guess that's as close as it can get. Yep, the boxes. Oh, I'm also missing a bunch of stuff to build it. Looks like we need some wires. There we go. Just build a bunch of these because I'm going to make another one right next to it. Alright, smelter. Line it up there. Put another one right here. Then we'll run the conveyors kind of like that. Alright, now these, we'll then just do the opposite, I suppose. Into a storage container. Want to line it up. I can't see it from that angle. Line it up here. Do something like that. And we'll again have the conveyor go like that. Then we'll have a merger right here. So that'll be the first point. And then the plan is to do this for these other two as well. Oops, wrong one. Need power over here. Now we're gonna need it 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 for each spot. So I'm gonna need a couple of power poles. I want to keep it away from that a little bit though. Alright, so the power line can go from there to there. This one can feed to each of these. Which one did I just grab? That one. Okay. So that'll feed each of those. And then we'll have one feeding into that. Probably from just right down the line. We'll just run it from... Well, I guess I don't need to run it from there anymore. Maybe just from that power pole, just run it along here. Maybe put one up here, if I can get a good angle. Just like that. Doesn't need to be from there, but... And then from there to there for the moment. And then I can just get rid of this one and these. And just so I can see it, run that from that to that, just right across the top. So then, I believe, I'm not sure exactly what the color coding is, but I believe yellow means it's powered but not running. Green means it's running. No. What's wrong with these? Oh. It doesn't know what it's doing. That's what's wrong. There we go. Now they're each producing 30 per minute. This is producing 120, so it's not quite lined up. Once I get some more of these power shards, I could adjust it. But I suppose, until I do, I could lower this down to 90. Just save a little bit of power. And then there we are, tripled my iron production. Does look like it is probably a bit slow. Looks like... Nope, this one is backing up as well. Okay. So... it does look like it's cycling priority rather than just having one priority and then these two on the sides also. Although, I'm wondering if it's because I lowered this. That shouldn't be it. Seems like the middle one isn't getting everything, or is producing less, because it shouldn't ever have to worry about that, but that could just be because of how slow the conveyor belts are. But then the side one should be working slower because it takes, well, whoops. Why did that pop up? I don't think I hit that button, did I? Interesting. All right, so we're getting our basics back up and running again. Um, I might just call it here. I'm not sure exactly what I want made from this point on. So, uh, just to reiterate though, I'm going to be doing this on these other two nodes for sure. Probably on this fourth node as well. And then um, let me go over to a crafting station so I have a look at what I can craft. Um, I'm probably going to have one going into making screws directly with the alternate recipe. Um, I might do one for each of the basic resources. So one is going to make iron plates, one's going to make iron rods, one's going to make screws. And then from there, I will take these three items and use them for crafting things like the next step. So the reinforced iron plates, the modular frames would then have to be after that because it uses reinforced frames. And rotors are going to be in there as well. So, not sure which. I'm uncertain what's going to be next to each other. So, like, this would probably be best if the screws were next to the rods. Um, and then the reinforced plates also next to the rods. But then here we have the plates needing everything but the rods. So they might want to be in the middle. I don't know. I'll have to look at that as I'm building it. Uh, so it may be a little bit of a mix-up, but like I said, this area, since it's so contained, I'm just going to use to make the basic things, such as the iron ingots, maybe as far as wires or cables. I don't know. That has a bit of a ways to go before it reaches over here. So I might be able to put all the copper production over in that section. And then all of this, at least according to the plan in my mind, it's definitely going to change as I actually implement it. Um, we'll build a bunch of platforms out this direction, and we'll have our factory just kind of floating over the ledge here, because it looks like there's plenty of open room over here to do everything. And then, you know, I've got a wreckage down there I definitely want to take a look at. Um, it looks like there is another node or two of things over there. Not sure what those are. Um, And then, of course, there's an entire map to explore. We have power slugs to find. We've got a bunch of alien material, I think. Let me take a look at the MAM over here, because that had a bunch of stuff that I haven't really experimented with too much. We found some sulfur. I'll need to research that. It looks like there's an entire tree for that I didn't see beforehand. So it looks like we're going to get a bunch of stuff here as I find it. And it just gives you a couple of basic stuff to start with. Unknown metal. Okay. Fungus-like vegetation. Crystalline minerals. Nutrients. I do remember these three things being around in the world, so, you know, we'll see what I can do with that. But for now, I finally have power, or at least non-bio power, and we're gonna start building our factory from here. But I think that's where I'm gonna call it for tonight. I stream this every week, so, you know, if this is what you like, come back in a week and I'll be streaming it again. I try to go for about 3 hours a night, sometimes longer if I'm in the middle of something. It depends. Most of the time it's because that's about as much as my voice can handle during a day, or at least at one time. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. And I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.